until about 2021, there was a spiral going on where if you spent more money, effectively, you were the biggest, most expensive game with some property associated with being big that you could advertise and get people excited about. Like it used to be the absolute best graphics because your budget was high and you had smart programmers, right? And then, but like for Skyrim or whatever, it's like, oh, there's a really big world full of all kinds of things, right? One of those kind of aspects. And then around 2021, that stopped working for a lot of reasons. Because games are already too big to play. Like making them bigger makes them less playable instead of more playable. Making graphics more expensive doesn't actually make them better anymore. There's just like more blur and shit on the screen. And then teams became less effective. So like, because people don't really work anymore and the average skill level in the game industry is dropping, teams don't coordinate as well because they're more remote. It just like the outcome is much worse when you have a very large team size. So you put all these things together and that winning strategy is not really the winning strategy anymore, right? So just spending a ton of money and being the biggest, most expensive game, it didn't used to be a sure thing, but it used to give you high confidence that you were going to win. And now that's not true anymore. And so the question is, absent that strategy, what is the largest size of game that reliably will make money? And we don't actually know the answer to that question, is the crazy thing. We don't know, but it's probably smaller than what you're used to, is the answer. The Severance cast list? No. Dude, okay, first of all, a cast is the people you see on the screen, and Severance doesn't have very much of that. Yeah, dude, you're adding like people who are like second assistant director for 2 episodes. That's not comparable to what we're talking about. When we say team size of 1,000 in games, that's like people who worked on the game for like probably at least a year. There is some team shifting around and stuff like that, but like that's people who spent a lot of time working on the game. Like I'm scrolling through this list you gave and there's like flame artist, digital compositor in 2 episodes. Like, sure. Stunt driver, 1 episode. Yeah, sure. Like, that's not the same thing as what we're talking about. At all. At all. Like, the amount of time that Severance is even in production, right? Like, I don't know. It's season 2 was an expensive show with a lot of resources, right? So let's say they spent 2 weeks shooting 1 episode. I don't even know if that's accurate. Somebody can look up how long it took. That's just going to be a guess that I have. Is 2 weeks an episode of like actually shooting. Of course, they edited after that. They're writing it before that and planning and all that. But let's just say it's that. Maybe it's more because the budget's so high. But there's 10 episodes at 2 weeks an episode. That's 20 weeks, right? The latest Assassin's Creed game was like years. It's probably 5 years. I don't even know. You can look that up as well. So like, it's just not remotely comparable.